Raila Odinga is alleged to have been sponsored by Adani Group back in 2012 during the presidential campaigns. That is when they had this movement of code. Now, it is interesting to see in the recent past, like 2 days ago, while Raila Odinga came out and did say that Adani Group, the Indian company, has a very reputable character. They have the capacity to actually take over the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. They have the capacity to control Ketraco, that is the energy. And this is also channeled by people feel like this thing was choreographed a long time ago, and it is the same period that is say that Raila Odinga did visit the company Adani Group while he was the Prime Minister of Kenya. So it is so interesting to see how politics plays by. When the negotiations were there to make the broad-based government, while people are saying there'll never be a handshake. Remember, during the Kibaki time, what happened was the coalition government, serikali ya nusu mkate. That was the handshake by then. Then come the Uhuru regime in their second term, in the second presidential term, there came the famous handshake. And today, we have what we call the broad-based government. So Raila Odinga is someone who always finds himself within any government of the day. And he doesn't just get in. Whenever he gets in, someone always has to suffer. Like in this case, Raila Odinga is in government who is suffering. Rigathi Gachagua, as the deputy president, has now been sidelined, and we could see clearly they are all intention geared towards impeaching him. Now, in the previous regime, when there was a handshake and Ruto was the deputy president, we also what happened. He was sidelined. He was denied, attendance of public events, and they were rarely seen together with their president, as much as they kept denying that there is no conflict between them. They are okay. The Jubilee government is stable, and nothing lasts forever. It was done. He was sidelined until it is that sympathy that saw him being voted in as a president the year 2022. Back to this Adani issue. Now, there are questions that we can ask ourselves. Why is it that there is a direct procurement for Adani? Even if we had to give a foreign company charge of Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Ketraco, and all other institutions like Chief and Mombasa Port in the whole world, is it the only company that was seen and being given that direct, procurement? Why couldn't they table various companies? Now, this answers the question whereby the PPP, has been, drafted in such a manner that even the parliament cannot get in its way. So you could see clearly that law was developed a long time ago. This is a plan that has been underway. So as much as these people are fighting for power, they always have hidden agenda that they've always agreed. Should this person get into power, we are going to do this, and these are agreements, either formal or informal. Because will you just tell me out of the blues the broad-based government is there, out of the blues the Adani company that Raila Odinga visited back then in 2012, and it is alleged that it is one of the companies that funded the campaigns for Raila Odinga back then. Then it is the same company today being given take over Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, the Social Health Insurance Fund, the Ketraco and Mombasa Ports for not less than 30 clean years. Now, there are more allegations into these. Now, it is confirmed that indeed, for Ketraco, Adani is gonna run it for 30 years. Then for Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, it is also the same 30 years. Then there's this allegation that after 30 years, for Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, every profit that the company makes, 20%, after 30 years, the 20% of the profit for lifetime, so long as Jomo Kenyatta International Airport exists, will be going to this Adani group. And yet, we are here, Kenyans, saying our person is being mistreated, our person this, our person that. These politicians, long time ago, I did tell you, they don't have the interest of the common mwananchi at heart. All they want is to loot the public coffers and let them run dry, and make us suffer so much that we only have them to depend on. You know, there is nothing that makes a politician so happy when they see somebody really depending on them, and like it is the only thing that can make them be elected. Because if you suffer and there's only one person to be helping you, and that person tells you, if you don't elect me, you'll not be getting this help, so you have no choice but to make sure that the person is voted in. So unless we came together as a citizenry and ensure that we want to guard our sovereignty, we want to guard our laws. Remember, you can practice that sovereignty directly or indirectly. So the indirect way has actually proven to us that it is not working for us until the day that we're going to get sane-minded leaders. As for now, we have draconians who are who are masquerading as leaders. Therefore, what do you think about this issue of Raila Amolo Odinga? Because it was so unexpected of him, as so many people thought that actually we are fighting this war together. But now, as I told you in this video yesterday, that Raila Amolo Odinga has always been the sanitizer. Whenever things are wrong in government, he gets his share, and then, he comes and says, guys, this person is clean, this deal is clean, this company is clean. Hey, like the other day, he just said, let us not lose a good companies by just trying to shun away their good reputation that they may have. There are certain individuals in certain companies that might be of questionable character, but it doesn't mean the company as a whole is of a questionable characters. He actually said he's worked with them, he's seen them in Gujarat, he's seen them in Mumbai. But hey, I was forgetting about this. There was an article back in 2023, that is last year, in is it Gujarat or which country? Among the countries that Adani is managing the energy, that is like the electricity on that side. And we the paper reported that the prices of electricity did shoot by 102%. Let me try to find that article. I just did screenshot it a few days ago. I just hope that I'll be able to trace it. There was this article, 102% rise in average cost of electricity bought from Adani farm in a year. That is the government of Gujarat in the year 2023. So, in the year 2021, the consumed units in that country were 5.587 million units. Then the average energy charge was 3.58. Fixed charge was 672. Total, according to their currency over there, total sum paid 2,760 CR. In 2022, it rose to 6,007 million units. 7.24 average energy charge, 1,247 CR, and total sum paid 5,400 CR. Now, in 2023, 102% rise in average cost of electricity. Now, what happens if they take over Ketraco and Kenya Power? so such that it is Adani that will be doing the maintenance of lines. The Adani will be supplying electricity. You understand? What happens then to the average mwananchi? What happens then to our electric supply? What happens then to the charges? Yeah. So it said during the 2-year period, the energy charge of 1 unit of electricity bought from Adani Power increased from Rs 2.83 in January 2021 to Rs 8.83 per unit in December 2022. The state government said in a written reply to a question raised by Hemant Ahir, Aman Adani Party, a PMLA from Janjpur during the question hour. So you see, even the members of parliament started questioning these. So it is said the Gujarat government admitted that in 2007, the bids placed by Adani Power had allowed the company to sell power in the price range of Rs 2.89 and Rs 2.35 per unit for 25 years. What happened? What occasioned the rise? So that is it. Let us tighten our belts, because if we are the bulls, then we have been pulled by our horns. The goose. So we could say that we have come home to roast. We are the chicken, man. We got to be very careful with these Adani. That is Gujarat crying over there. 102% in average rise of the electricity. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in Dub Radio. If you love content of this nature and you're watching from YouTube, kindly subscribe and press the notification button, so anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. If you're watching from our Facebook page, kindly follow us for regular updates. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dub Radio ndio mpango mzima.